Hey guys, welcome to 3 Hours Early. We got Adam, Matt, and Ash here for another episode. This week has been a weird week. I think we first started it off. No, we first started off trying to play Destiny,
Yeah.
and we just could not get into it.
You actually started playing Destiny.
We went through the hour-long updates
Oh.
that was required. We have the two expansions.
I had to reinstall all of Destiny because my PlayStation hard drive crashed, I'd say like 6 months ago when Sony released a new patch. It was apparently a glitch with the patch, so it crashed. I didn't remember that. And so I actually had to spend at least like 15 minutes searching through the Sony store to try and find Destiny to download. And then I finally found the My Library options where I can download what I had. But yeah, that took hours.
Once there, we realized that we don't have all of the expansions that are required to play most of the game. So I'm not even going to get into the details of it. We just decided not to play Destiny.
I am.
I don't know about you guys, but I still get the Vanguard download error.
Yes, I remember that
And
error.
that just never went away. So
We paid for that.
I deleted that game again. I reinstalled it,
Yeah.
and then the errors started coming. I said, "No, I'm not doing with this every time I turn on the PS4." So I deleted the game.
Yeah, I
again.
remember that error. I don't know what I did to get rid of that error.
You had to like do a crazy. You had to like rename it and then resave it.
No, I think I just deleted it or something.
When you got your PS4 Pro, what did you do? Did you swap the hard drive? Did you transfer everything?
I
you
just
transfer it?
transferred everything.
You can do that.
I took a landline, you attach it between two systems, and in like an hour, everything's just transferred.
Really?
over.
That easy?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Pretty good.
I was surprised.
So it couldn't do Destiny. Did you really want to get? No, I don't want to.
No, I don't want to.
Done Destiny.
Okay, so we couldn't do that. So
I
we
just
decided.
simply want to say they should take a page out of Blizzard's book and let you buy the most recent expansion to play endgame content or multiplayer content.
Yeah.
Don't make you buy every single expansion along the way. And don't make me rebuy the games I already bought.
Come on.
End argument.
So I played PlayerUnknown. Battlegrounds.
My PC's
Yeah.
not
That's
good enough.
huge.
is huge.
Everybody's playing that. Everyone's raving about it.
And
It's a good game.
It is. It is. I was surprised because really, for a half hour of each play that I've done,
Yeah.
I kill about one guy.
Yeah,
and it is just me just running around, like avoiding
Yeah.
people.
Are
I'll
you
see
running?
someone, I'll take a few pot shots, and like, I didn't hit him, and I just leave.
And then
I get out of dodge.
You hunker down and run the opposite way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting up to 2 to 3 on average. I mean, every now no, I average would probably be 1, but
Right.
my best games are 2 to 3, and I get up to at least top 20.
Yeah, that's the goal. And it's easy. Really, my first kill comes in the first 10 seconds when we both get into the house.
First major conflict is you're
Yeah.
both on the like just floating around each other. It's like, oh shoot, there's gonna be a shootout. Chase this one kid. He grabbed a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
and we were in the same bunker, and I grabbed
Yeah.
a machete,
Oh,
and I started
Jesus.
chasing him. And he's on his mic and I'm on mine. He's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" And I'm like, "No, man, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna gut you." He turns around, takes a shot, misses completely, and then I just start hacking at him. He runs away. He's like, I'll send you nudes if don't kill me."
My best intro was both of us land, and we both turn, and we both startled because we both do like the jittery. It's like, oh shit, there's a guy there. And then we hit each other a couple of times with a fist, but then we run into the house because we're getting a gun. And I grab the gun, but he snatches up all the ammo.
Yes,
And we're staring at each other for a couple seconds, not sure, like, does. And then we both ran out of the house. And I never saw him again.
No, I usually just beat the guy to death with my fists if I can.
He got the first shot off of me, so I was
okay.
I was a little wary.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And he probably wasn't sure how much ammo.
Yeah.
If
Like,
he
did he
did
get
grab-
all the ammo?
Does he have to reload?
Yeah.
Is there a bullet already in the chamber? Does that ever happen?
No.
Is that possible?
No.
No, it's always an empty gun.
Future updates.
Ugh.
Yeah, I wish I could join you.
Golden
But
gun.
Yeah,
I gotta get
Oh,
a
you
better
can.
PC.
get a better computer.
Oh.
Yeah. Surface Book can't handle it.
And then,
shame.
geez, we got Overwatch for the anniversary. We all
Right.
finally went on sale there, enough for me to grab it.
Well,
And
for the
I
second
knew
time.
it was never going to go on sale for another year.
Yeah.
So that's best to get it now.
Yeah, that was fun.
For the PC. Like, we got it for the PlayStation. I got it for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Got bored of that pretty quick.
I
on
wish I got the
PlayStation.
$40 PlayStation version. That would make this purchase a lot easier on the heart.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to play a lot of Overwatch to make up for it.
But you guys are liking it?
Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent game.
Player unknown or Overwatch?
Two very different styles.
Yes.
But because no, can't.
That was just like what would you rather play right now?
Right now, I'd probably want to play Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because it's newer.
Okay.
For me.
Yes, by a week.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to get to level 25 and just be done with that.
Right.
I'm tired of...
Get to ranked and then never do it.
Don't worry.
Yes. Yeah.
The ranked season 5 is not even started yet. It's probably got like a week to go before it starts up, so you got a week to get 25.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And I won't be banned anymore. Let's not get into that.
And what? Because you're salty.
I'm so salty. I'm not. By the way, just to be clear, I'm not a troll player. I just had PC problems. That's how I got banned.
I came online last night and just listened to you two screaming and swearing at each other.
You know what?
And then you know what? I joined the fun. I was like, screw you guys.
You were a dick.
I was carrying.
All I hear from Adam all night. Where is everything? Who's shooting me? Where am I? What's going on?
And before that, he starts
Why
off
are
by
you
saying,
dead? I'm carrying.
By the way, I don't have push to talk enabled, so everyone on the team outside of our Discord can also hear me.
Jeez.
So Matt said, you sound like an idiot, right? Like, who's shooting me? Where are they? Get off my lawn.
Whatever.
Yeah. But no, he carried.
A little bit of soldier.
I mean, we lost a lot, so it is on you.
You didn't carry strong enough.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get back into the groove. We started picking it up.
Yeah.
As soon as I left, then you started winning. Is what I heard.
Once you left, him and I had like all the medals, and we really we stomped a few matches there.
All of the medals, like 4 player cards, each with your name.
No, the medals, not the cards.
All right, let's get off of Overwatch.
So
right,
what else happened this week?
Friday the 13th came out.
Oh yeah.
Did that?
Yeah, that's a Kickstarter game.
That's a Kickstarter game.
Yeah,
They've been
Kickstarter?
working on that forever.
Yeah, that's pretty much Kickstarter. That's any game ever. They all work on them forever.
Yeah,
and,
yes.
And just
Mighty Number 9 was
delays.
Kickstarter. That took a while, too.
The actual quality of it, though, is pretty substantial for like a Kickstarter game, though. In my mind, it looks
I don't
good.
know. What did you think of Mighty Number 9?
It's all right. It's not what it was.
Supposed to be.
I didn't hate it as much as everybody else, but it wasn't what I desired.
I'm really into Kickstarter. I really enjoy I've got 2 board games coming from Kickstarter.
Okay.
And Kickstarter is just selling you the ideas. And I'm not okay with pre-ordering.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about those tier rewards and just...
I can't wait to get the Kickstarter Dark Souls board game.
Did you buy it?
No, but I wish. I learned about it too late because I wanted to get all the things included in.
You're never going to get those.
Now it's going to be like $1,000 game.
Yeah. If you want
But
all
it
that.
still looks good. Like, I want to play it.
People just buy those Kickstarter things and then throw them on eBay for thousands of
So,
dollars.
it's an investment for a few years.
Yeah. Hey, if you wanted all that stuff and you missed it, guess what? I got it.
Yeah.
It actually blows me away, some of this Kickstarter stuff and the price that they're getting.
Yeah. Like the higher tier stuff. Like you can go right up to like $500 for the same game that everyone else is. No,
even $1,000.
They are getting more rewards though. Some things
For sure. But I guess I was surprised that when you really blow up on Kickstarter, the amount of money people are shelling out at your game.
Yeah. But you gotta go online. You gotta promote your stuff.
Yeah. And then you got to finish it or else you're never having a career.
Yeah, if you don't finish it, well, you got a ton of. Do they do like reimbursements?
I don't think they do.
They just pocket that cash, eh?
I don't know.
It's not
fuzzy.
like it's not a GoFundMe.
No. There's taxes. You do have to still pay taxes on it. So
You do.
yeah. That's what the guy from what game was he working on? Inafune on Mighty Number 9. He said they reached that big budget, but it wasn't actually like there's so many taxes on it that he had to pay for.
And American taxes. So I imagine it'll be the states who tries to claw it, and that'll be up to nearly 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're getting that high, like for Mighty Number 9, for the dollars they were getting into, they would lose about almost 50% of their budget.
How does that work for international? I don't really want to get into business, but so if he's in Japan and he gets it off an American site, how does the international business work for that?
So it really, and I don't know this, but it depends on the relationship that the States has with Japan. So they might have a certain foreign tax credit where as long as you paid more tax in the States than you would have had to in Japan, Japan won't tax you. But let's say Japan wanted to tax you 40% and the States only was taxing you 30%, they would charge you 10%, that remainder. So they'll keep you whole. There's another version which is much more cruel if they don't have a relationship, which I doubt.
So you get double taxed.
You get double taxed. But Japan and the States probably have that relationship. So you don't get double.
Hey, we get half.
You just pay
we
the
got a
most.
huge military base here. You killed us. So on Imgur, surfing Imgur.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Is it Imgur or Imgur?
It's Imager.
I don't know.
But I'm going to call it Imgur.
There's no I before the G. It's not Imgur.
And I finally saw the second wave of campaigning for this Kickstarter game, Blasphemous.
Okay. Second wave.
Yeah, I saw it. I've seen it a couple times on Imgur every now and then. Somebody's always like comparing it to Dark Souls or Castlevania.
Dead Cells.
And
The Dark Souls.
But
Comparison.
here's the thing. I went onto their Kickstarter and I was looking at their game. They try so hard to distance themselves.
I noticed.
They distance themselves from all of the other games. They don't want to be attached to these things. They want to be their own name. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the description is 2D, nonlinear, explorative,
open world.
So pretty much
but we're not Castlevania.
We're not
Metroid Prime
Metroidvania.
style.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, then I totally respect that. But you see their comments, and they're all just trying to.
Yeah.
All of the consumers and their fans are trying to throw titles and categories on them.
Well, I can just imagine people are trying to just explain it as is it Blood Souls, the 2D actual Dark Souls spiritual successor?
Don't know it.
I don't know. It kind of looks like this, but this actually has a different vibe to it. Like, it doesn't have the Dark Souls flavor in my mind.
No, it's just based off of a romantic style painting. They showed their artistic inspiration.
Yeah.
And they have their style, and they made a game called The Last Door.
Yeah.
Which I looked at, and its style is not up my alley at all.
Point and click adventure, right?
Yeah, something like that. You stop that?
Wow. The art style looks great, though.
We're also in an old, dusty room of an old wooden ship.
Which Stephen King wrote about for years. Took him forever, just like that wooden chair. Yeah. So, Blasphemous, one thing that also came out is Dead Cells recently.
Yeah.
And that's another Metroidvania style game.
Is it? I never really looked at it.
Excuse me. Blasphemous is not a Metroid style game. It is an open world 2D explored non-linear hack and slash.
Hack and slash.
That's okay. I don't blame them for trying. If I was starting up something, I don't want everyone to say I'm just a copy of it.
Well, here's the thing. If you apply somebody else's name to your game, you're going to get all of those fans from that game.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're not going to get that game. No. So they're all going to hate it. They're like, this isn't Dark Souls.
This is a ripoff.
Maybe they embedded it Metroidvania as a hidden tag. Yeah, so when you search Metroidvania, they clearly say they're not that, but it'll still pop up their game.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the best of all worlds.
But you can't do that for anything. You get like people wanting like Dark Souls style this, Dark Souls style that.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't. You just
people in your fucking Dark Souls.
Hey,
Jesus,
leave that out.
You guys love this stuff.
I've saw 3-4 articles of one game comparing itself to Dark Souls.
What's it called?
Can't remember.
It's vampires.
All I remember is Dark Souls.
I don't know what it's called.
All I remember is Dark Souls.
And that's what Blasphemous is avoiding with Metroidvania.
They did bring it upon themselves, because as soon as I looked into it, the tagline itself that they proposed is a direct, a tribute to Dark Souls. Right? They want the comparisons.
Yeah, and why? Now it's no longer your game; it's a Dark Souls game.
Yeah,
it's a Dark Souls clone. Which actually, ironically, Dark Souls is a clone of itself in Demon Souls.
In that regard, though, it's a sequel.
They're all
It
sequels.
is a sequel, but That was just a little
From
fun
Software
fact.
is working on it. It's not.
The history of how Sony gave away one of the largest franchises in the last decade.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
that was a precarious time, though. Like, they had no idea what the actual future of it was.
For those-
too hard.
For those who don't
Nobody's
know,
going to want to play this.
Demon Souls was the original in the franchise with From Software,
Yeah.
and Sony had the full license on it. And after Demon Souls release, they released that license, and then they created Dark Souls. But because Sony still owned the Demon Souls brand, so they couldn't go off and make that, so they had to change it to Dark Souls. So they pretty much continued the game, but put it on all platforms, and then Sony missed out on a huge cash cow of just forcing it to be on Sony.
We all know that.
The few Dark Souls fans are like, buddy, get on our level.
That leads into why Bloodborne.
I'm on New Game Plus 7 right now.
What did it max out at?
I think it stops getting her a New Game Plus 7, actually.
7, yeah.
Yeah. And then from there, it's just where.
And you know what's driving me nuts? People keep asking for a sci-fi version of Dark Souls. But guess what?
I've seen that.
It exists.
They did it.
They exist.
They exist, and they did it before Dark Souls.
For like
From
years.
Software.
They have tons of games.
My favorite franchise of all time, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's great. Armored Core.
Yeah.
I have the whole collection out there.
He's got the whole thing. I'm trying to
1
collect.
to 20.
Yeah, I've been trying to collect them, but I can't do it. Like it's like they're so hard to find. And that's what I want to see. I want to see a new Armored Core game because it had the weird lore, the loose end lore.
Yeah.
It had the difficulty level.
Yeah.
It had you can put all your armor and pieces together and create your own fighting style.
Yeah.
And
Even the
mechanics-
characters were like they would come in and they only have like a few lines each, but yet they're so distinct. Like
you
want to
know you want to know more.
I want to know more.
The mechanical precision that you needed for Armored Core games was phenomenal.
Oh no!
I haven't seen a game that's kind of third-person view that requires as much mechanical skill.
Yeah. If you're not like handling it as a bop it, twist it thing, like that's your controller. It's just like, how do you figure out the Rubik's Cube?
I don't know how it didn't get a bigger audience.
I was so disappointed. What was it, Armored Core 4 or 5 that released for PS3?
You played 5.
5.
Okay, and the multiplayer system really dropped the ball. They had all the game, they had
From
all the
Software.
mechanics.
From Software has the weirdest multiplayer experiences.
Yeah.
Like,
And I respect that they're trying to push the boundary. They're trying to make their own thing.
yeah.
Sometimes for a game like that niche, you need to make it a little bit more accessible to everybody.
Yes.
That thing was ridiculous.
They could have fixed that a little bit more.
Yeah. In fact, I think the whole like online community, like if you go to like Armored Core
even if
Garage,
they use Dark Souls style, where just this invader mech comes in and starts fighting you, in the middle, that would be sweet.
yeah. Would you make that just a campaign game, or do you still?
That would be part of the campaign, but you would also have a multiplayer. It still needs
the
that
arena.
arena.
You need
the arena.
Do you want to? Yeah, they should do the Killzone 2 clan system. Where you bet and then you go.
Well, okay, so that's the thing, and I was going to get to it.
We're just going to keep talking about Killzone 2, Armored Core, and Dark Souls.
Because they had actually an amazing online system. They had, you create your clans, you get into your battles. This is Armored Core I'm talking about.
Yes.
Where you can get into these clan wars and you can take over territories. It looked fantastic, but there was 2 problems. One, there just wasn't a big enough player base.
Yeah.
So you couldn't take advantage of this breadth of multiplayer.
I don't think
That being said,
I don't think there's a player base out there big enough for what they had, though.
I'm surprised I got rounded up like 16 guys for our clan. Like,
Yeah,
we had a
did.
good size.
That was the problem.
And we still couldn't do anything.
We had everyone in North America. That's right. That's the problem. But there was the other thing I wanted is you get into this lobby and you just have to wait there for someone to come in and challenge you because you have to go into defense mode of your territory and hope someone clicked on your territory to challenge you. I don't mind if you do that, but let me have that in the background. Let me cue that in the background and say, I'm going to search. Let us go into a skirmish.
What was just wrong with
Let's play some 3v3s.
a classic match thing? You have your defenders and your attack. Just a matchmaking.
Yeah, a matchmaking system.
There's no reason. There's no reason to just have me sitting there waiting. I know there's guys out there who want to play.
Yes.
Just have them do random encounters with different. They don't have to choose which territory.
And how absolutely demoralizing it is after 3 hours of sitting and waiting. You see the clan named Medal of Honor show up. Just the AI defense bots.
Oh, yes.
That you would crush in a second.
Yeah.
And, all right, 3 hours more waiting.
Right. Well, and there was one other thing they messed up on is they had this awesome 1v1 matchmaking ranked system, which is great. Give me that for 2v2 and 3v3. It's not that hard.
Oh, yeah.
They had it in place, and I played the 1v1s, and I had some awesome stories there. Like, that was really fun. And I just wish they let me do that for 3v3.
I love the levels.
So I'm just, we're all just waiting for Armored Core 6.
Yeah.
I hope I would play that for years.
With a good
if they
multiplayer.
Do it right.
No, you wouldn't. We'd all get bored after a couple months like we always do, but
But
we would enjoy that for that 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Armored Core. That's your From Software, your sci-fi, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Blood Souls,
They are making a
Bloodborne,
new
whatever
sci-fi.
you want to call it.
They are working on the sci-fi Dark Souls.
But they have Armored Core, and that's...
I know, but they are working on it. It might actually be a new Armored Core game.
I hope it is.
Okay.
All right, what else? What do you got for us there? What happened to you this week?
What happened to me? I got excited when I heard about New Mutants.
Oh, yeah.
I did not get excited when I heard about it. I looked at it like, meh.
I'm not excited at all for it, and I fucking love the X-Men franchise.
Really?
It is by far my favorite series, and I'm not excited for it.
Why? Is it because you just don't like horror movies, I guess?
I guess. Like, the idea of horror, I don't think I've ever watched a horror movie and said, this is my jam.
Yeah. Yeah. But are you familiar with the New Mutant team at all? Like, because I love a lot of those characters. I don't like Cannonball, Sunspot, Karma, and all them. Like, they're great characters.
When did the New Mutants come out?
When does it come out?
When did they come out?
Oh, shit.
80s, I think.
80s, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, okay. What team were they?
They were just New Mutants. They got...
were they on the X-Men team at all, or were they just...
Yeah, well, they were always their own, like... like, if they were the tier, you had the X-Men team, and then you'd have, like... the Generation X and New Mutants and like smaller squads that did the other stuff.
Yeah.
But they were more like the magic realm of things. Like they're...
I really don't believe that this movie is going to be a horror movie, though.
No?
No. They're saying it, but I don't believe it.
You know what? I think they might be just going down a different path. They want to kind of change it a little bit. So it'll be interesting if they put a horror spin to it and add this little thriller action to what we know about superhero movies. Okay, let's see what you got.
If you look at the cast that they have, though, like Magic, Mirage, Wolfsbane, these are characters that have more of almost a Universal Monsters feel to them. They're not like... You could do a lot with them and then throw them into the X-Men universe after they do like this crazy...
Do you think they'll market it as an X-Men movie at all?
Yes.
Do you think it'll be X-Men the New Mutants, or do you think it'll just be the New Mutants?
I guess
or
it'll be more like Deadpool and Logan.
Or will it just be will it be the Demon Bear?
Unlike Blasphemous, they see the value in marketing properly and they want to capitalize. They're going to use the X-Men brand.
It's true. But I'm glad they're doing something fresh. Something...
And sorry, I don't want to be a jerk. Unlike Blasphemous, they are true capitalists and will capitalize on it. That's the better way to put it.
Kickstarter's doing good for Blasphemous.
No, that's what I was saying. You know, I don't want to be jerks to them. They're still doing successful. I'm just saying they're not capitalists at their core like the multi-billion-dollar corporations that are making new
They're
mutants.
not sitting there with a checklist going, we need this, we need this, we need this.
I don't know. I saw a checklist on that Kickstarter that said, if you give us this much, we will do this. That's a checklist.
That's
get your shit together.
That's not a checklist.
It's a checklist.
I don't think it's a checklist.
Anyway,
that's a reward. That's a reward system.
You're excited
after X-Men Apocalypse, I'm sure they looked at that movie and they said, okay, and then they just greenlit a whole bunch of other projects that isn't just X-Men fight world-ending disaster.
I think
I'm glad. I think it's going to be a more smaller, downscaled event.
You know, I was going to say X-Men needs to never make a third movie in a trilogy ever again, and they'll make great movies. But then I remember Logan and the Wolverine series, and that was the third one, which is the only good one. So that
you didn't like Wolverine?
No. Did you?
The Wolverine?
Did you?
I liked 2 hours of the Wolverine.
Really?
Not Wolverine Origins. I'm talking about
I
the
liked
Wolverine.
a couple minutes of it.
Like right up until they got to like the science facility with Silver Samurai and the Snake Lady. Cobra. Then the movie just like goes from like an 8 to a 2.
Yes,
but right before then, it is a really compelling
it does
piece
drop
for
off at
Wolverine.
the end. That's fair.
And same director as Logan. So.
Yeah, but he learned. He grew up in that.
Yeah.
during making those movies. You know who else has grown up over the years?
Yes, I do actually.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Is that who you were thinking?
That is what I was thinking.
Oh my goodness. So I just watched Interstellar on the plane. And I know I'm 3 years late.
We're bringing up some old movies, by the way. We're
I know.
bringing up the X-Men movies.
I know I'm 3 years late. I'm sorry. We're also bringing up Armored Core. But
that's 20 years too late.
It was a launch title for the PS2, you know.
We're not capitalists either, because we would be capitalizing on E3 right now if we were smart. But I watched Interstellar, and oh my god,
we're not capitalizing at all. There's no capitalization. We're doing this for. We're spending money just.
That's the problem.
How's Interstellar?
So good. You know what I loved the most about it? Okay, so riveting storyline, nice plot twist, classic Christopher Nolan, and he gave me a concrete ending. Yes, there's a scene at the very end, spoilers, where
spoilers,
it's
spoilers.
3 hour. I don't even think we have.
We
to call
should also
spoilers
just
for
at the
3 years.
beginning. We should just say, "Hey, we're just going to talk about all the spoilers. They might we don't intend to, but they're going to come up."
But Ash throws the spoilers warning in between, like the spoiler word itself.
But I haven't said.
Yeah,
words
spoiler Ed.
So the ending is wholesome. It's a nice, clear ending. I like that change because I really wanted to see these characters finish off their story, and I just with Murph and
Just a happy ending.
Yeah,
Cooper. Yes, it was a happy ending, but it was a satisfying ending, I think is the best way to put it. So I really enjoyed those several hours, and I think over the years he's getting better and better. I watched Memento. Have you guys watched that movie?
I have. I've actually seen all of.
How far back in time do you want to go here?
No,
Memento's
it's
good, though.
Christopher Nolan history,
Yeah.
right? So Memento was, his first foray into this, and I didn't like it.
I just got shell shocked there. Memento was the first movie I saw, and it was great. Like
Matthew's got PTSD now for that.
that's a fantastic movie.
No, it irritated me to no end. It's like an hour and 50-minute movie or whatever it is, and I'd say 45 minutes of it are scenes that I've already watched within the movie itself. It irritated me actually more than I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen in a while. Is Guy Pearce the main character?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay. Because at the time I didn't know who Guy Pearce was. I was like, who's this Brad Pitt looking like? Now he doesn't look like Brad Pitt. So I'm like,
He looks like a skinny Brad Pitt.
He kind of changed.
absolutely
So-
does. Especially young Brad Pitt. They look very similar. But then after that, he went off to make the Prestige, the Dark Knight series, Inception, Interstellar.
The Prestige.
You
is
forgot
a
about the
movie.
first movie he did before Memento, though.
Oh, what was that?
Dark. We watched it. Dark something. I forget.
Darkman.
No, it's about the noir with the guy who's
Oh, the Dark City.
no, not Dark City. No, forget it.
I'm gonna have to.
It's just a guy. It's just a guy, and I think he's a private investigator. And he's looking at this. It's a black and white movie.
And it starts with Dark.
I think so. Dark's in the title. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I got to watch this. I'm curious because I thought Memento was really starting off his new.
Was it
It
sci-fi
reminded
at all?
me of Pi. I think. Like, it almost felt like a Nolan-vised David Lynch movie or David
Everything
Cronenberg.
comes up with The Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight.
We gotta. Anyway,
All right,
speaking
so-
of his,
So he's grown. The Prestige, probably my favorite film of all time.
10 out of 10.
did that.
I think I can
Jeez, he's
say
good.
that.
10
He
out
did
of
that.
10.
Yes, it really was fantastic.
Yeah.
Inception, great. Interstellar, he's keeping the train rolling, and I'm really looking forward to his next movie, Dunkirk. And so Dunkirk, it seems as though the movie is centered around not the Battle of Dunkirk, but the story of evacuating all the trapped Belgian and French and English soldiers.
400,000 people stranded.
338. Oh, well, sorry, 338,000 were evacuated, like they were saved.
All right.
And there was this awesome quote. Winston Churchill on June 4th, after saving all these people, he's like, let's just, quote is used loosely. Let's just remember what a victory really is, and evacuating is not it. And so I really want to see the spin that is put onto Dunkirk. Are
Right.
they going to be celebratory near the end, or what angle Christopher Nolan's going to take with this? Because he's got a knack for plot twists and psychological thrillers, really.
Yeah.
And so I'm really curious the spin he puts on this movie.
And just judging by the amount of suspense I get from every single marketing material, like that stopwatch, tick, 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 Holy cow! Even by a 2-minute trailer, I am on the edge of my seat.
It's a suspenseful trailer.
Yeah, and I've seen like the IMAX like 5-minute scene.
Oh yeah,
it was just like, what is this movie?
People in boats just like
but it was
around.
It was just like the people in the boats. You have Tom Hardy in the plane, like they show the full plane battle, and like there's 3 different main characters in this one 5-minute scene, and I'm just like, oh, it's gonna happen, and then it cuts off in the biggest cliffhanger. I'm like, I need to see this. I need to see this.
I think that's one thing Christopher Nolan, I never watched a trailer of his and said, I know too much.
Yeah.
He does trailers well.
Yeah.
He doesn't let those cutters just give me all the juicy spoilers like we do on this cast.
Do you get a Bane from Tom Hardy with the gas mask on his face? Does that remind you of Bane? My dials are a little off. No?
In fact, I still forget that was Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's okay. I wasn't even thinking that. I wasn't connecting those dots at all.
Oh my god, my fuel seems to be out.
I mean, it'll ruin the entire movie. And that comes out in July, by the way, July 21st.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good movies coming out this summer.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, is that considered a good movie?
No.
Okay.
I actually saw the recent trailer of it. It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks fine. I'll give it a 7.
It'll be a 7 for sure.
Wait.
I think it might be an 8.
You were yelling at these critics for early reviewing Alien Covenant, and all of a sudden, this
it's a Marvel movie, so it's going to be a 7.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I just think I'm going to really enjoy the dynamic between Spider-Man and Iron Man. Just that line, if you need the suit, then you're not ready for it. It's a great line.
I was on Twitter there, and they were all like whining about this technological suit. It's like, guys, it's just a plot device. He's going to get rid of it by the end of it.
Yeah.
Have you not seen enough movies to know where this is going to go? Yeah. I'd be surprised if he did have that suit for the entirety of the movie.
Yeah.
And into the Avengers when he inevitably joins.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the memes of the poster, though? The recent poster that which was just like a bunch of like faces. And then people expanded it, and they just started throwing every reference.
Yeah.
They got Birdman as the Vulture.
I was thinking that before I even saw that poster. I was thinking, Jesus, this guy should be a Birdman in like every villain movie. Because he's the Birdman, he's the Vulture, and he's a good character for that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And Birdman was a good movie.
It was.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was a tense movie for me. I was on the edge of my seat for it.
No, that's fair. I mean, I wouldn't say I was on the edge of my seat.
Like, it's a loose hedge, but it wasn't a thriller. It wasn't a thriller, but I was like, I was leaned forward for it.
Yeah, okay. I was like reeling for this guy. Yeah, like they threw him through the woodworks. Just everything he had put through, and then his monologue in the bar.
Yeah,
just
loved it.
It was great.
That monologue, I'd give it
Critics.
a 10. 10 out of 10, best monologue?
Yeah.
Best monologue.
So the other thing I watched on the plane, and we won't get into this too much, but it was a documentary about a wine forger.
I don't even know why you're bringing it up.
Because it was really interesting.
I'm curious. Wine forger.
So this guy, this little, was he from Thailand? Southeast Asia, anyways. His name is Rudy Karniowan. He was a student on a student visa in the States. And the visa expired, and he illegally stayed in the States. Yeah. And then from some seed money from his family, he started going to wine auctions and was buying all these bottles of cheaper wine. And then all of a sudden, he started to buy more expensive wine. He got into big wine groups. And long the short of it is, he pretty much dominated the wine auction market, drove a whole bunch of prices up, forged wine, not just by mimicking the exact wax from, the 1930s when they made this bottle of wine and the paper, the age of the paper and things like that, the ink. He mimicked all that, but he also would mimic the flavor. So he had this amazing palate, apparently. All of his friends who are wine experts.
He was actually recreating the palate.
Yes.
Oh.
So he was taking shittier wines.
Because I imagine they would just like buy the wine off the auction. Yeah. And then taste it, and it tastes like crap. Oh, well, it was just a bad year or something.
Yeah, bad year. Yeah. Put it in a cellar.
Like $3,000 later.
Yes, up to $20,000 several times. And that was really neat. Was he took it at next level? So he had this amazing palette where he'd try all these other things. And so when they busted him, they found all these bottles with kind of writing, kind of like chalk writing on the bottles that said, this code 49%, this code 12%. And he was mixing these different wines to try and mimic the flavor. So what was really unique is he fooled so many wine experts. And finally, this one multi-millionaire who buys all these wines discovered that he had some fake wines in his cellar.
Mm.
And so he calls up someone to come and
How would he do that?
Well, he was just pulling out a bottle of wine, and he was, I guess he noticed one of his bottles of wine were fake. He must have had it somewhere else, and he noticed that that's what it was. There was a typo on the address of the label. So it said it said ville, as in city in French.
Right.
And instead of being 2 L's and an E, it was 1 L and 2 E's.
Oh.
And
huge.
Grammar Nazis, you gotta
I just imagine like the
listen, guys. If you're
is
gonna
this?
So he discovered that.
Get a proofreader. Got to make sure your forgeries are
Spot
grammar.
on. Yeah. So for all aspiring forgers, make sure to hire a grammaticist. Would that be a name?
Well, just double check your work.
Just an editor.
So he hires
If
a
you're
guy.
gonna risk friggin' forgery charges, make sure you did your best.
If you look at the bottle afterwards and you see it, don't just go, good enough. Don't do that.
He's already got 3 pallets worth of it. So he hires a guy to come investigate his wine cellar, who hires another guy and a CIA agent to inspect his entire cellar. He discovers he's got $3 million worth of fake wine.
Wow.
And then the FBI get involved and hunt this guy down. So really interesting stuff.
Yeah, but if it tastes good, who cares?
Yeah.
For some reason, when you said forgery, though, at the beginning there, I was thinking of some blacksmith building a wine. I was like, wow, that sounds like a magical story. And I thought I was going somewhere else. I didn't realize it was that good.
Just forged wine.
The documentary was called Sour Grapes, for those who want to check it out.
What else?
Well, I watched Unbreakable because Unbreakable 2 news coming out. I don't know if that's a spoilers in itself.
Post-split?
Unbreakable 2 is...
What spoilers?
I don't know. Anyway, that's a movie that I love still.
Spoilers haven't ended yet.
I absolutely love Unbreakable. And that's a movie that is all about its characters, its character moments, and it shows that you don't need to have all these big action scenes. You don't have to have explosions. The stakes were so high for me watching Samuel L. Jackson running down stairs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God. Even when I know what happens, it's still and then just him lifting the weights. That is a powerful moment.
Yeah, it's thrilling. It's like, what's he going to do? Can he do that?
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you're in awe too. You're like, oh,
no,
man.
I want to see him lift more.
Does this guy
find more weight to put on?
Does this guy have superpowers? Because you don't know. You don't know until much later.
And then you get to the heart, just the with the kid with the gun. That scene is incredibly suspenseful.
Oh yeah.
Because you always want the kid to shoot because
it's like I need to know.
All right?
I need to know.
Yeah,
shoot him, kid. Shoot him. And then, no, wait, no.
No, yeah, he might die.
Yeah, for the entirety of it, you're not really sure what his powers are. You're not.
Yeah.
Is it M. Night Shyamalan's best foray into movies?
His first 3 are all really good.
Yeah,
because he had a rut
people
in the last
would
decade.
fight you fisticuffs if you said Signs.
Signs is one of my favorite movies.
No,
really?
if you said Signs on the internet, people would dox you. They would find you.
You think it was that good?
I have a bit of rose-tinted glasses for it, but
I really like Signs as well.
I did rewatch it. It's good.
It was good.
People make fun of the water. I think that's.
Mel
I don't know if
Gibson,
that's
right?
the biggest problem. The water in the kitchen door thing, but it's that is the extreme nitpick because the water itself is about it's got religious elements to it. It's not just regular water that he's trying to describe here. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Signs was good. Unbreakable was good.
Yeah, I still understand
Sixth
why
Sense.
he was chosen. Oh yes, that was a great.
That's
movie.
the one.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, good actor.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why he was chosen to do Avatar, Last Airbender movie.
He wanted to do it.
It just seems
it was his
so
choice.
out of touch.
He wanted to do the fire right.
Yeah. So people, but then I discovered water's pretty hard.
I think that's the only reason why he took up that was because he was sick of bad fire effects. So he wanted to just have his hand at it or something.
Well, he built up his career in such a way where they let him do it. Like gave him $200 million, make us a movie. Whatever you want to do. I think that's how I have it. And then he learned, he's like, well, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
And then he did did The Happening come before that or after?
The Happening came before.
Before. I want to say before.
Okay.
So I don't know.
And as bad as that movie is, it is so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's so hilarious.
Holy
man.
cow, I love that movie.
No, ma'am. I'd never do that. The Devil was a good one too.
Yeah, but he produced that.
That was
It wasn't
he didn't
What was
write
the
it?
devil? I don't remember.
That was
Devil,
part of his
They're in an elevator.
anthology
Oh,
series.
but when you produce something, you're not actually part of it.
Right.
You could be literally doing nothing.
Yeah.
And be a producer. So
That's sort of what what's his name, Tarantino does. He gets the production credits, but he just puts his name on the credit. So that's all he does to produce, and that's good enough. That'll do
that
it.
works. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's his seal of approval.
yeah.
I'll watch that if it's Quentin Tarantino is on there. Absolutely.
Del Toro has a fascinating way of because he finds people that style is almost similar to him, and then he like sponsors them, and he puts his name on. You think, oh yeah, and when you see it, it's like that could have been made by Del Toro.
And he promotes it almost as his own too. When you're
but
watching,
he totally
like, interviews and
leaves
stuff.
full creative control, I think, to the guys. So he's a good producer.
So-
among everything else.
We brought up Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming. Insomniac is making a Spider-Man game.
Yeah,
I've never really cared for Spider-Man games.
this one looks good though.
Well, this is different though. That's what
one's
this is.
different.
No, it actually is. So you know what? Marvel pretty much came out and said, we are tired of churning out these pretty much shitty comic book games that are just in line with our movies. So we want to get a real developer. So they got Insomniac, Ratchet and Clank, and what was that? That first game, that Fall of Man, starts with an
Resistance.
Resistance, Fall of Man. That same developer of that series.
yeah,
Whatever happened to that series though?
they
finished
had
it.
3 games.
They
finished
had
it.
a
Did it?
solid trilogy.
Yeah. It was
And
good.
it
It was
was a great
good. I just
series.
played the first one not too long ago. It was
Oh,
actually pretty enjoyable.
I remember the second one. Yeah.
And so Marvel is kicking off the era, hopefully, of properly done comic book games. Sorry, actually, Arkham did it first. The Arkham games.
And
Those-
that was a
those
studio
were-
designed for literally for the sole purpose of
Those
making it
weren't
good.
based off of a movie though.
No, they
No,
don't want to
they-
be.
yeah.
They don't want to be based off movies anymore.
Okay.
They've
Yeah,
learned
this
their
is-
lesson, and they want to get a real developer, a high quality
Okay.
developer, to make a proper game, but just with Spider-Man. So you have the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah.
Now make a kick-ass game.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember all those crappy Marvel movies, Marvel games.
Iron Man 2.
Iron
The game.
Man.
All of them,
Yeah.
all of them. But then DC stepped up with the Gotham, the Arkham series, and now Marvel's like, oh shit, this can be really good if you make a proper,
Yeah.
game out of this.
Yeah.
So here we are.
So I'm excited to play it. That comes out this year?
Yeah, I think no. Well, they haven't announced when it comes out. They've just said there was a tweet though by someone involved in the game who said it's not coming out after 2017.
Now is this going to be done by Disney then? It's like
No.
because Disney bought Marvel Entertainment or owns Marvel
Yeah.
Entertainment. So who's doing is? Geez, that's complicated.
Well, it's a combination because it is Sony exclusive too. So it's Sony, Disney,
That's right.
and Insomniac, like all three.
Insomniac is a developer who is they're a second-hand developer. They're not owned by Sony.
They used to be though, right?
No, they just made games exclusively for Sony. They were never owned by Sony.
Okay.
And they just recently chose to make games for other platforms. And that was their last release.
It was
It's going to bug me.
Fuse.
Yes. So they went off and made games for other consoles. But they still have a strong relationship with Sony. So they're doing Spider-Man. It's pretty much, Disney owns Marvel. But Marvel pretty much gave this franchise to Insomniac and said, go do it. Go chase it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Insomniac also did the this Ethan Cole.
Ethan Drake?
No,
Ethan Cole.
Nathan Drake?
Second Coming. What is that? Infamous. They made Infamous too,
yes,
right?
they did make Infamous.
So they do have.
They did not. They didn't. No, that's Sucker Punch. Sucker
Oh,
Punch
you're
did
absolutely
Infamous.
right. My bad.
Which, by the way, is why last year when they announced Insomniac was doing Spider-Man, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, we had no idea what Sucker Punch was working on.
Right.
And I thought, looking at Infamous and the style of game that it is, that's so conducive for a Spider-Man game. Like an open world superhero in a city. I thought they were the experts. I thought it was the...
That hero could have been just Spider-Man.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
You would have totally felt it.
With electricity.
I felt like
Electricity
Spider-Man
powers.
when I was playing it.
I felt like
I felt like Nightcrawler. That's right. No.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, with the smoke powers, he's teleporting everywhere.
I don't like Nightcrawler very much. Especially the way he's portrayed in the First Class movies. And
Anyway.
the way he talks.
I guess.
His accent. Who is that actor?
But he's out of the movies. Get him out of the movies because I didn't. Whatever. He's a good character.
But even
He's a
even
good-
as a skill, how do you translate that in a video game?
They did smoke powers. You guys, I don't know. I guess you didn't play the second Infamous, but it was I felt exactly
jumping
like
around though, like picking a spot where you'd want to teleport to on a wall. So you want to like go around this guy, you jump to the wall, then really quickly maybe do bullet time,
Yeah.
and then choose your next jump point.
Okay, bullet time, Max Payne style. Oh, Max Payne. That'd be okay.
No, that's not what I'm talking about at
not
all. There's no
bullet time.
shooting. It's
No,
I'm
real
just-
time.
I'm just saying,
Let's have real time.
no, because you got to slow down a bit so you can pick your next. If you're trying to
Don't you just want to be that good that you don't?
Max Payne is slowed down. Wait, what's the difference here?
Bullet.
Are you talking more?
bullet time was only you're just shooting. You're aiming and you're shooting.
Hey,
I just don't want. I don't want the Max Payne feel.
Yeah. I know what you're both saying, and
Well,
that's
by
good
the
enough
way,
for me.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, sure, Max Payne.
maybe you guys were playing this game. It's a futuristic sci-fi game
Actually,
where you get to zoom out and control the field a little bit before you go back and actually play it. There's a recent game on PS4 in the last 2 years. I'll think of the name shortly and let you know. But maybe that style would
you
be
control the
conducive
battlefield for a bit.
It bothers me.
Are you?
I'll let you know.
Oh, you're talking about XCOM.
Yes, XCOM.
XCOM Blacklist, I would
Thank
say, is more specifically.
Okay. Would that style work for Nightcrawler?
No, that's what we're talking about.
No,
Get out of
it
here.
would need to be. It would need to be. It would need to be an action style where
Which, by the way,
Arkham, where he's slowing down during the middle of combat, and then you can.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're aiming at your next. You're trying to look for your next guy.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sort of that
Yeah.
feel.
all right.
That took way too long.
By
That
the
was
way,
fucking brutal.
the amount of times I'm watching these podcasters, listening to these guys, they're talking, and they just bring up these things from the past so easily. And here we are. How many times
That's
today?
because we have nothing in the past. Okay.
How many times have we stood here and said, "What was that game? What was that movie? What was it called?" You know, it was the thing with the.
Anyway, past E3, last E3, I was really hoping because there's rumors circulating Rocksteady on that subject for a Superman game. I was really hoping to see something. I'm hoping this E3 that maybe we get a. I want to
We
see
are
a Superman
never
game.
getting
but
a good Superman
I want a
movie.
good Superman game. I want it.
It doesn't
I want if it has to be VR, I'll buy it.
Do you know why it doesn't exist?
No. What would you have in a Superman game? What sort of mechanics would you want in that?
I want to save people. I want to be the superhero.
What fun is it to play a game where you're invincible?
It's not about invincibility. It's about time management. It's about how do I be most efficient and how I got to brawl with Darkseid at the same
You want
time.
a Superman
get
strategy
the,
game.
You get the in the corner. You get the people saved and the people lost bars,
Well, it's not. Don't make them bars, but it's like
and then you've got all your enemies. Like this plot is there's a bunch of enemies running around with kryptonite weapons now.
Yeah.
So you're not invincible anymore.
let's say
and
you
your powers
hear
are
rumors.
dwindled, and you have to get your powers.
I don't
you
want
the,
that.
You don't like the power building.
I don't want a Metroid thing.
I don't want a Metroid
So
thing.
what you want is Resogun Superman mod.
I don't know what that means.
Human saved, humans lost. Resogun, come on.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
And so I can
Resogun
just
is a good
imagine
game.
Superman
No,
just
what I'm talking
in
about.
like a static
No.
flying.
Stop it. Just shooting it with the laser eyes.
Okay, so you're a journalist. Let's say you're
And
a
then you
journalist.
pick up a buff and you can use frost breath.
And you're following this trail line. It's like, okay, I got to go over here because there's some action. And you do all your like Superman detective skills.
No.
And so you go and you do it, but it turns out it was a trap. And now it's like, oh no, there's I got to go back. But you got to fight this guy. And the longer it takes you to take down this dude, things are going bad. So once you go back, there's like more problem. Like I'm not sure on the specifications.
Does the dude have kryptonite?
When you hit the start menu, what happens is Superman flies straight up into the air, and you bring up the map. And he's looking down on the map, and then he's listening, and then you can see where possible.
Give me a choose adventure style. Like give me Until Dawn. Give me that robot detective where there's multiple. I want to give me
You want to
Heavy Rain. That would be a good one.
Okay.
Where your choices and how you do it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay. That'd be interesting.
So you want because right now they are finishing up that Detroit.
Yeah, that's the one.
Game.
Detroit.
So you
With
just
the
go
Android.
to an incident.
Yeah.
And then you just make choices, and then you watch the video unfold.
Sort of, but I like more of a branching storyline, like an evolving storyline.
Okay.
I think
I wouldn't play it, but
No,
I like the idea.
So what we need is Quantic Dream to step in,
Right.
Make a Superman movie or game,
yeah.
Movie game.
movie game.
Interactive experience.
You know what? I'd play a Telltale Superman. Fuck it.
Telltale running on their same engines that they always have that still crash, but that's okay. We have bugs,
Yeah.
but we're a multi-million-dollar company now. We don't have time to fix these bugs that are in the foundation of our engine. Let's
Give
not
me a Dragon Ball fighting system.
yeah,
Why?
I don't know
because Superman is so fucking
'cause
broken, but
he's-
he's stronger than a Super
No,
Saiyan. That's how
he's an
overpowered
Injustice. Though.
Superman
If you
is.
want to play a brawler, just play Injustice.
Which, by the way,
Two.
is complete BS because he would kill everybody.
Yeah, but they all got armor and
yeah,
like,
and they have
stuff.
have
Oh,
plot
yeah.
points.
My Batman armor is going to protect me from the laser.
Did you,
The
are you guys gonna
superhuman
play
alien
Injustice
laser.
2?
Oh, stop it!
No,
You can't even whine about.
I don't think I'm going to play Injustice 2 unless the three of us one of us buy it and the three of us just spend a night just playing Injustice 2.
Then you throw it on the garage. Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
that's it.
That's what it's good for. It's not good for owning and playing because, I don't know, unless you're going to go pro with it. Because they did Injustice like competitive.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's e-leagues and for that.
except every time I look at it, it's just Aquaman doing like this cheap trident move.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was reading that the last e-league fight or championship, one guy was just Superman and spamming a move or something like that, and that's how he won.
Wow.
Because
Oh,
it's
man.
not a balanced system.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can just spam your way through a championship.
Which really makes you value Street Fighter 2 when it first came out to be so balanced and allow you to
I
play
wouldn't
with
know
screen.
because I got my ass kicked every time I played.
Yeah.
I don't know how balanced it is because I was never good enough.
I mean, there's certainly tiers, but it's not broken.
I was watching some Street Fighter 5 tournament play, and I gotta say, even that game actually looks like pretty balanced from what I saw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some good fights.
I'm pretty sure Capcom makes the game within a year and then spends another year just making it perfect and
Yeah.
polishing it.
Street Fighter 3, Third Strike,
Oh.
still the all-time
Still the best.
best competitor, even to watch.
Yeah, it's fun.
Weren't they making a high def version for PlayStation Network?
Didn't they already?
Maybe. they did.
You know, Super Ultra Super Fighter?
Yeah.
Street Fighter? Oh,
Street
geez.
Fighter 2,
Butchered
Ultra
that
Super
name.
Fighter,
Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Maximum Overdrive.
They're pretty high. It looks pretty high def. It
Yeah.
looks like it.
Yes.
But
It
they already
actually
did
has-
that too.
No,
though,
but
in
I
the
want
past.
Third Strike is my point.
It has
Yeah.
higher definition. Like the art is Third Strike and up. Good.
Yeah, but it's not even about the art though. It's that parry system.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
love that,
That
parry
parry
system in
system.
Third
Like,
Strike.
Just, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I need a high def. Now that you've. Oh yeah, I want to go parry something now.
Yes. Like it's just the most satisfying skill.
Yeah.
When you see the two
And then-
pros going at it, and they're
And
both
one guy
parrying.
does the ultimate,
Yeah.
and then the other guy just
Parry the ultimate?
and then jumps in for that last parry.
That's how competitive Street Fighter got popular with that Justin versus Diego
chills
match.
down my spine
Yes.
every time
Did
I
he-
watch Diego.
Did he
versus-
double? He double parried like all of the ultra.
Yeah.
2 ultras,
No, just one.
and then
It's
finished
the
off.
hard one.
And
But
then-
it's like the Chun-Li, like whole bunch of kicks, right? He's like,
Yeah.
da, 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 jump, da. Like there was a point where she hits higher than your head, and for style points, he jumps and parries. He doesn't even have to jump; he'll just naturally
Yeah.
not get hit by it.
Yeah.
He jump dabs it.
He's come that far. And I think that is the pin. Is there ever been a more iconic moment in fighting game history? Like, that's gotta be king of the
Yeah.
moments.
It's certainly
and the
not-
whole crowd goes wild. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
oh,
That's
right.
the part. This is like, "Ah!"
Especially before esports and competitive games was a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it was just in Korea with StarCraft and that, and Quake. But the pairing system, watching that Justin vs. Dago match, is certainly not like Smash Bros. Brawl where you just have a Meta Knight flying under the level over and over again until time ends. That's the pinnacle of Brawl right there.
God.
So, yeah, that's what they have to compete with.
wow.
To be fair,
I want to
there's
see. I
Melee.
want to go on YouTube and watch that fight.
Yeah.
I actually I want to embed it
those
into
are
the
those
video.
are like highlights. Those are
Yeah.
esport highlights for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I watched all those tournaments. I actually I went through a big back catalog of just watching Street Fighter 3 at one point,
Yeah.
and just every single fight, and you got to know the fighters, and it's just holy cow.
That's satisfying to watch back catalog of tournaments at that era because
Yeah.
it's not like there was updates or patches to
Yeah.
change the game fundamentally, right?
And you had like 3v3 teams, like and it was just like it just felt like a
Yeah, and
really
they were
cool
all,
tournament.
They were all just like in a classroom.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
Like right
That's
now,
right.
if I wanted to go back and binge watch League of Legends tournaments, sure, I can go back and watch it,
It's not
but
the
it
same, though.
holds no weight because the game is completely different right now.
Yeah.
But I could go back and watch Third Strike tournaments from a decade and a half ago,
Yeah.
and then I can go play Third Strike and be doing the exact
Yeah.
same thing, and
Well-
that's what makes it. Well,
To a dude.
yeah, not
And that's
being
the
able to
thing,
actually
because
execute.
there's that master level of skill that they have. It
Yeah.
never changes, and if you try to achieve that, that's like a lifetime worth
is.
of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that could be a profession that was worthwhile.
Do the pros recently? Do they just prefer 5? Like, do they just prefer the most modern game, or do they have like favorites?
They tend to move on.
Yeah, you have to. They keep going. I think that's their way of changing the meta, is going on to the next game
Right.
Yeah,
and just
that's right.
trying to get good at that. And so it's the evolution of the game. Really, is just in those sequels instead of patches.
Right.
But that's also because Capcom hasn't messed up, right? Like you look at Smash Brothers series, you have the 64, Melee, Brawl, and Smash 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, they every time the new one came out, they moved on, but they always kept Melee because Smash Brawl just really didn't keep up in the competitive space and it didn't kick off as well. And now people are playing 64 competitively to a level which is mind-blowing. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that.
Which one?
Smash 64.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched it, any of those tournament matches?
Not like a new tournament.
There's new tournaments now.
No, I haven't
It's
seen any of that.
mind-blowing.
Is
some
it
of the stuff they
actually
do.
better than like the most recent games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
It and Melee stomped the most
Oh,
recent
Melee,
games.
yeah, for sure.
For sure. But it itself is absolutely fantastic. It's really picking up steam more so into late.
Is it just like they didn't understand the potential of it back in the day?
They did, but there was a very small group of people who did.
Oh, okay.
Right. So just quick shout out to Super Boom fan. He's a Edmontonian who is
Oh.
actually one of the best Smash 64 players in the world.
That's amazing.
Goes to tournaments,
Good job.
and he's sponsored by someone now, some video gaming
Okay.
company. But I used to play Brawl
Better
with
than
him.
Jack.
He kicked my ass back when I thought I was good. He put me to shame every time.
Yeah, went into that professional. Met these guys. Never decided to play
Oh, yeah,
Smash
that-
ever again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I stopped. Like, oh no, this is out of my league,
Yeah.
and it's ruined the game for me. I don't want to play it anymore
They're
because
too good.
I'll never be able to match this. And now that I know that it's there,
But if we team up, we can beat him, and that's good enough.
The three of us could team up and we wouldn't beat Super Boom.
I want to
Just
try
no
it.
chance.
That sounds like
No,
a
it
challenge.
doesn't matter. It's just no chance.
Who would you be? Zelda? No, I mean Link.
I
Bradley
couldn't.
Fox?
I'd have
I'd
to
be
be.
Bowser.
I'd be Captain
It
Falcon.
can't be Link. He's tier 0. He's the worst of the worst.
What does he play? Who does he play?
It depends.
Does he have 3
He
characters?
plays everything.
I guess there's only 12. But
in 64.
Yeah.
He plays everything. He plays every character to its pinnacle. But I think he's a big Pikachu, Fox, Yoshi. Those are
About
some
all
strong.
of
That's about all of them.
yeah.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff's powers were broken back then.
If you could hit it.
If you could hit it, but it felt more satisfying than it is now.
Yeah.
Because now it's like you can hit it, but it doesn't like.
That's right. I know.
But back then it's like I have a 1. And there's always a hope with Jigglypuff because if you land it, you might win.
Are you at 10%? Do you think you're safe? Well, we're not in Hyrule Castle, so you will die. The ceilings aren't that high.
I'm just gonna stick to first-person shooters.
Yeah, you can play some Overwatch. You can carry us.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I can't. Maybe I've been playing League of Legends now too. Got into that.
That's unfortunate.
I'm
Still fun.
I'm way better than I thought or than I remember. Or everyone sucks more than
It's incredible to think that
I
after
could
every season
probably-
they still streamline it too. It's a bit better every time.
I could
Yeah.
probably get to silver if I was playing.
Yes.
Maybe.
People listening out there are laughing. Thinking, wait, did this guy just say he's better than he remembers and he might get to silver? How bad is he?
I'm bad.
No,
But yeah, I got all of the first-person shooter games now. I've got
Yeah.
Counter-Strike. I've got Overwatch.
there you go.
Did you guys CSGO?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I got that.
Did you just download off mine or?
No, I went out and got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
And then I went back into this exact same crowd that I was playing with 20 years ago.
I
there's,
recognize that name.
there's kids talking about girls. And it was like, geez, this crowd never grew up. Are you a girl? Yeah, I've got girls playing, and I was. They invited me to play. Said I was cool.
I remember playing SOCOM on the PS2 online.
It's like, where have I been for the last 17 years?
You have these headsets. And so whenever a girl would talk, everyone was so taken back. They were like, what? And notoriously, actually, SOCOM had a lot of, I guess, all the Call of Duty bro players. There's a good chunk of them who started off in SOCOM.
Yeah.
And they used quite the vocabulary, and so they would say quite the things when a woman showed up. They were
They still do. You still. I'm not going to repeat the things that you hear.
I began down that path, and then I said, "Wait, let's tone this back." You not saying that.
Yeah.
Shout out to SOCOM because that was an amazing game. And Zipper Interactive.
I have to believe you. I've never played,
got shafted.
but I've seen it in the bargains for 5 cents.
Yeah, but even in the single player mode, though, for its time, it was so advanced. You had the game came with a headset, and you could command your.
Headset.
It was you.
That's why I
and
got
3 other
bought.
Navy SEAls.
Right?
Yeah,
Everybody bought the game because it came with a free headset.
No, it was just a great game.
Oh, okay.
It really, really was. Like, it was you and the 3 other Navy SEAls, and you could give them commands with a headset. Think of PS2. You put on a headset, and you're like, Bravo team, hostile. Bravo team, go to...
Sounds like Tom
Foxtrot.
Clancy to me.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was better. No, it wasn't Tom Clancy. Don't give me that shit.
Ghost
Way
Recon?
better. No,
Tom Clancy's good until now.
This is better than Ghost Recon.
Until
Actually,
now.
there's 2 camps. There's the Ghost Recon camp and the SOCOM camp, and I'm definitely in the SOCOM camp.
I was a Ghost Recon player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like you guys
What
then.
first-person shooters were there for PlayStation 2
Uh,
that we were into?
Killzone.
Killzone.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Killzone 1 was a great game.
The thing is, though, Xbox just owned the first
Halo
shooter.
Halo was
No,
the best.
Microsoft did work for like the whole console generation.
Yeah.
Like I
of
don't
War.
buy it anymore, but I do respect what they did for the whole community.
Gears of
Yeah.
War and Halo really drove it home.
And Halo, I can play any Halo game. It's gonna be great.
You can pick up a Halo game and
Yeah.
it's
and it's an all nighter.
yeah.
I think I'll just play this for an hour and then like
I miss the all-nighter Halo runs.
bring
man.
over your TV.
No, you didn't need to because it was
Oh,
split
that's right,
screen.
that's
Jeez.
Yeah, the all-nighter of hardcore mode. I remember I made a mission, and I did it, to finish every Halo campaign at it, like the hardest difficulty. And I never owned an Xbox or owned a Halo game, but I just made a goal to sit down with a friend, and I think we did number 3. We went and rented an Xbox from the only rental shop in the city who still rented video game consoles.
Two.
One or the
It
other.
was so long ago now.
One or the other.
We're, s-
It was good.
You guys played 3.
we're talking about
Thank you.
I actually
And-
remember you
and-
guys playing.
And that was like napping.
I
because
know.
we were so tired.
I left for the night, I think, and then I came back in the morning, and you guys were like just
And
finishing up, and
we-
it's like,
didn't
did you
we-
guys win? No. You guys didn't even finish it.
We were stuck at a few clinch points.
Yeah.
Halfway through, we put up a boombox playing Dragon Force on super loud.
Jesus.
In,
Those are the
like
days.
4 a.m. to get our energy going.
We were such losers.
It was so
Still are.
We are still losers.
We are. We're aspiring.
At least I don't
losers.
listen to Dragon Force.
We are
Yeah,
driven losers.
I'm glad I'm out of that phase.
Not that is bad. It's still fun.
I'm glad I experienced that phase.
Yeah.
I mean, the day that we brought over my flat screen to your home so we could both play Killzone 2 when it first released, that's the definition of old school gaming. None of this headset Destiny.
Yeah, guys,
stuff.
if you're making a game, make a split screen mode for the love of God.
For sure.
Call of Duty has that, and I like that.
But I guess you get more money. You make a game, better make it $160.
Well,
Yeah, but
you know
we
what?
can-
Two-player
we
to
can
play.
play the game.
Yeah.
But you know what the problem
$240
is?
because you gotta get
No,
the.
it's a graphical issue. It's the how high fidelity the games have gotten.
Oh, yeah.
The console can't render all those particle effects on a split screen on the same screen. That's actually the problem.
Which brings me, I made some mistakes the last cast. We were talking about Destiny 2 having only 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
I was looking at all the games, and 60 frames per second is actually like in all the Call of Duties and Battlefield, and I didn't know that.
Well, Battlefield 3 for PS3 was only 30.
Hmm?
Battlefield series for PS3 is only 30
Yeah,
frames.
but for the PlayStation 4, like
All right.
Yes.
Battlefield 1.
But that's that Battlefield and Call of Duty, like the bro shooters, right? They've always been they're really
Yeah, they're
sticky
up-
about
they're up
their
to
60
60.
frames.
So it is actually, now I've looked at it, and that is weird that Destiny's only 30 frames per second.
They're saying their graphics are too high for it. They're saying the consoles can't handle it. I don't know. And the thing is, Bungie's a good developer, so I can't even imagine they don't have the skills to finesse it. I
They've
don't know.
got the big maps, right? Like, I don't know.
It's the big world. Well, that's the other thing. You think they're, especially if you land on whatever new planet they have, they're trying to mimic an MMO with an FPS. And what MMO have you ever seen on the PC that has current generation graphics? Every MMO is always a generation back in graphics. So it's their version of that, right? The FPS.
But they've made a sacrifice, though.
Oh.
And what do fans want?
I just noticed FPS is first person shooter and frames per second.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Wow.
I literally just had like my mind is blown.
What do you mean they have 60 first-person shooters?
Massive action game, the game that put Zipper
man.
Interactive to bed.
A game that proves that making something only online is sometimes still maybe not the best decision.
I'm sorry, I missed what
Destiny
game
did
we're
it.
talking about.
Massive action game.
Meg.
Oh, Meg. Oh,
Also known as Magazine. I don't.
I just.
Is it?
jeez.
Also known as a gun mag.
Yeah.
Zine.
What a terrible game.
Yeah. You know what's actually it's getting first-person shooters? Bulletstorm 2 is a thing.
What?
How is Bulletstorm the game that gets a sequel?
I don't even know what Bulletstorm 1 is. I'm sorry.
Was it?
It
was a thing
sci-fi shooter.
that was all about flashy, cool combos, but there's only like a few. And so the game gets boring after about 15, 20 minutes.
Was that the one where you kick the guy?
Yeah, you kick him and you do the whip and you. It's basically your Roadhog, and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's getting a sequel. That's coming out like this year. That's absolutely blows my mind because
Well, maybe they'll put more combos in there.
yes, but I don't know. I almost want to try it.
Yeah, no, you got to.
so you-
I
just
tried
so you can
Bulletstorm, so I'm gonna.
I'm curious.
Just so you can see what changed.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
What else is coming out this year
Oh, everything's coming out. I mean, we'll
for
know
games?
more in
I don't think
E3.
anything's coming out for games that we want to play.
Well,
Everything's been pushed back.
Sony already had a killer beginning of 2017. Xbox had a killer end of 2016.
Yeah, but those are the games that they were supposed to have last
No.
year, as far as I'm concerned.
Death Stranding comes out this year.
did get delayed. Death Stranding, the Kojima game?
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Actually.
Not a chance.
Come on.
You're gonna hear.
They
about
had
it.
a full trailer.
No, that wasn't even a trailer. You know what that was? That was, hey team, we
Concept
just
art.
got together.
It's just concept art.
In
That's
2
all it
months,
is.
we have to show something at E3. Let's just
They
put
had-
all our energy into showing something at E3, and then let's start making the game.
They had a playable demo. Well, not playable. They had a gameplay
They
demo.
had an alpha.
They
demo.
actually had a gameplay demo.
Okay. That game.
It's not coming out.
You're lucky. If
It's
that
not coming
game-
out for another 5 years.
That game. You're lucky if that comes out in 2020.
All right, fine. Well, I just don't want to see 3 E3s, okay? I'm just hoping I don't have to see E3s for this game, and then it comes out and
You're
shit.
gonna see it in every single E3 for 5 years.
I don't want another Division.
I don't know if Norman Reedus
a lot of
knows
people
what he's
like
getting
Division.
himself into.
Okay, that's right.
I don't think he realized he's going to be trapped with one video game for like 6 years. Because that's what Kojima's going to do.
That's what he does. He traps himself in a game.
Yeah.
Or The Walking Dead. Fucking AMC. Otherwise, I mean, God of
Also
War might
starring
come out
Norman
end of the
Reedus.
year. We'll find out. We'll find out at E3 if God of War might come out at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. That looks great. I want to play that. Yeah. I want to get in there and fisticuff some Minotaur with some like heavy combat mechanics.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And
Now you got me excited.
well, you know what I'm really excited for is
bet
seeing
you
more
it'll be
about The
delayed.
Last of Us 2.
Is that a thing?
More of it?
Yes,
You
it is.
saw some of it?
Yeah, there was a small trailer for the original for Last of Us 2 quite a while back now.
Still won't be another 3 years.
No. Just not.
Naughty Dog actually
I'm pretty
put out
Naughty Dog.
Uncharted 4 pretty quick.
So the antithesis of Kojima and all Japanese producers like Square Enix
Yeah.
is Naughty Dog. Every 2 years, they're going to have a blockbuster 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 game, and somehow they're good enough to do it.
I'm just so pessimistic about these release dates that people put up.
But they stick to 2 franchises. They're not like, and they really know what they're good at, and they just, okay, we're doing Last of Us. Okay, we're going to do Uncharted. Okay, we're going to maybe experiment with something else.
Well, that's the other thing is soon we're going to have to see what the new IP is, right? Because Uncharted, they're releasing a new expansion DLC thing that they'll sell.
Right.
After that, Uncharted is done for who knows how long until they resurrect it in years and years and years. Last of Us 2 is coming out. Who knows if that storyline will stop or maybe they'll do a third. But that means they got to show a new IP now. There's going to be something new. They're not doing Uncharted. They can't just have Last of Us. So I wonder what the new IP is. So in the next 2 years, we're going to be talking about a new Naughty Dog IP. And
Speculate. They've done treasure hunting. They've done zombies. They've done, what was the thing that
They
got them on?
gotta, they gotta do sci-fi.
they got to
They're going to do sci-fi?
Yes.
You gotta do sci-fi.
I
Do
don't
it.
know. They're so good at doing almost a cinematic feel to the game, right? They're great at storytelling. They're great at a cinematic feel for a game. So what would be conducive?
They're the
for that?
raccoon guys too, right? Or the thief
They're
from
Jack and Daxter. They're not Sly. No, Sly is Sucker
yeah.
Punch.
Sly is Sucker
Again,
Punch.
Sucker Punch. You're just rating.
What
Sucker
did
Punch
Naughty
with
Dog do
everything
before
they've
Uncharted?
done. Jack and Daxter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
You don't know Jack and Daxter?
they already did sci-fi.
It's like it's a platformer that rivaled Ratchet and Clank. It was in the same era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, you and your first.
Oh,
person shooter.
Jackson. Who?
Jack and Dexter.
Jack.
With the green,
Jack.
gnomish looking dude with the gun. And then he had like
Gnomish?
a cat.
What?
He looks like Boo,
What?
but green.
Sure.
No, don't know it.
Yes, you do.
I know Tiny Tank.
Foul. great
I have no idea what Last of Us could make next, but it's going to be in their storytelling realm. So,
Right.
yeah, I really don't know. But I think that's what makes Naughty Dog so great is they're amazing and they're going to make something great and you have no idea what the hell it's going to be.
Right.
Like that's what Last of Us was when they released this really quick clip trailer to promote The Last of Us. You had no idea what it was after you watched that trailer and you're just like, I am so excited for this game.
When you first watched that gameplay footage
Yeah.
of them
And it
going,
ends with the shotgun.
going through that, holy smokes, was that?
Yeah.
I was excited.
Yeah.
That game took you through a storytelling
Yeah.
roller coaster. It was amazing.
So
To the point where I didn't even know if I wanted a second one, but
right.
Yeah.
Kind of want. But it is a big world.
I was happy with the open ending.
yes,
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll stick with that.
Christopher Nolan style.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Spinning top, it wobbles.
It wobbles.
So I think he's not in
I don't know what you're saying.
Inception.
What's Nintendo doing? Do they have anything besides Zelda?
So they need to. This is their chance.
Because I've seen a lot of remastered and remakes in cartridge form. I've seen Street Fighter 2. That just came out for the Switch.
Yes,
What?
2-decade-old game, and that's what they're-
Armored Core's next, right?
We wish. I'd buy a Switch immediately. No. But actually, no. Nintendo has such bad multiplayer functionality that it would just destroy it. Imagine From Software multiplayer combined with Nintendo multiplayer.
Pokemon game on the console.
They might. That was some people had noticed. There was an interview, and the Pokemon makers had their computer up, and some of the assets for the game had two versions: the regular version for like your console 3DS or whatever, and an HD version. And everyone's like, "Why do you have an HD asset? Are you gonna put it on the Switch?" Mm-hmm. So that might be neat. I think they just have an HD version and they down-res it.
I'm still waiting for a good Star Fox game.
Oh, thought you were going to say F-Zero.
I'm still waiting for a good F-Zero.
I mean, all those games are good. And that's
all those franchises that they're just sitting on. That's what I want.
No, they're going to go to Pikmin before they go there.
I mean, I'm okay with something new.
Do they have to go to? I mean, I know it's really good, but
what's something new that they have out? What's a
Splatoon.
new franchise?
Yeah, give me a new franchise.
Splatoon?
Oh,
that's the squid one, right?
Yeah, that's pretty popular.
So Splatoon 2 is going to be coming out next couple months here.
It looks fun, but I'm not going to play it.
Nope.
That to me, like I think that's a good franchise for like the younger crowd.
Definitely.
Yeah. If I was growing up, I'd play the heck
We
out
need
of
the
that.
future of CSGO
I bet if we
players.
played it, we would have so much fun.
Totally. I'd probably,
I'd get giggly with it.
It can't be that much different from Overwatch.
I'm not going to buy a Switch for it.
Like, it's colorful. It's fun.
It's very different than Overwatch.
It's friendly.
But it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Is that not on PC as well?
No.
No? Okay.
No. It's a Nintendo only thing.
Okay.
Which I'm surprised they survived through the Wii U era. With Nintendo,
Amazing.
But so
it's because of me, really.
Yeah,
I bought their Wii U.
Believe you bought it.
And I played one game and I never went back.
I came over.
It was a good game, though.
And I looked down and there was a Wii U on your table. I'm like, why the fuck did you buy that? And I was like, well, at least one day we'll play a game like Smash Brothers or something. Never happened.
Smash Brothers came out. We did play it.
I never played it. You did?
Yeah, you were here.
I did not. I've never played.
You guys played with me. Come on. We spent one night.
I deny.
It had
the last night that we spent playing a fighter was Mortal Kombat.
That's not true.
It is true.
No.
I've never played Smash 4, and that's a big deal because I was like trying to be semi-pro in Brawl. So I know I didn't play.
No,
Smash
you guys
4.
got bored of it really quickly. That's what happened. We played for about 2 hours, and then you guys said, "Little Mac, you played."
Little Mac is in the game. You have other friends.
I guarantee you guys came over.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
All right, I'm not.
Anyway, it was shit, so we didn't want it.
That's good. Nintendo needs to give a good schedule of games. They just need to, they have a hype train behind their console. They need to deliver with a good set of games coming out in the next year, or else, that might fumble. But they have a big opportunity to grab. We'll see.
They've always had a big opportunity.
Still Nintendo. Everybody wants good things from Nintendo.
Everybody's looking to Nintendo as.
Are they making a new X game?
Nintendo Senpai.
What's X? Nintendo Senpai.
The
teach us.
Last time anyone said that was Dreamcast PS1 era.
Oh.
For
Teach
what?
Me Senpai. Teach me Senpai. Nintendo. They stopped looking to Nintendo when PS2 existed.
I'm so lost.
Please.
What is going on?
When you listen back, you'll know.
Right. No, but I'm talking about the game where you get into the mechs and it's a big thing and it was hugely successful. It was like the biggest thing on the Wii U.
Oh, I didn't even know the Wii U had a big thing because they sold so little.
Thing?
Yeah, no, it was I'm
pretty sure the best game on Wii U sold like 500,000
the
copies.
Gears. What is it?
There was some stupid statistic like Mario Kart, which is a reiteration of the one on Wii U. On the Switch, it sold like 10 times more in 2 days than it ever did in the Wii U. Like, that's how bad the Wii U was.
Wii U was bad.
So no one played any game on the Wii U to warrant you talking about it.
All right. Fine.
Talking about a Xenosaga or something
yeah,
like that?
that's the one.
Xenoblade.
There's Xenogears. This is a
Did you just say just Xeno this, Xeno that.
Xenoblade. No, Xenoblade 2.
Did you have Gears?
They're going to talk about it at E3 probably.
Oh, maybe.
Jeez. What about Gears? No, Forza is the thing Microsoft's going to be touting. No Gears.
No, Xenogears was the first game.
Oh, right.
Came out on
like
the PS1.
At this point, we don't
series.
even know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah, we've gone on a tangent. We've actually had pretty good talk here. I think this is a good place.
I think we should turn it off.
I'm gonna round us out.
Go for it.
Wait, before you do that.
Listening.
Before you
Wow.
do that. I was out of my mind. Tom Hardy as Venom.
Oh,
Okay. Yes.
Excited for that?
They've got the girl.
The
They've got
Venom
the girl
solo.
audience now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Venom solo movie. Do you think it's going to be
was
successful?
solo movie.
It's solo.
Oh,
Because they don't have Spider-Man for another few movies.
Yes.
They're
That-
they're doing Venom as a rated R movie. Tom Hardy.
That'll be cool.
Do you think it's going to be good?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
if that was the
it can
pitch,
be cool.
rated R Venom solo. That's the pitch. Yes.
Yeah?
Give it to me.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that
Sony is doing it though.
that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sunday-
There's plenty of material out there that they can.
You think
back on.
you think he's going to be good at Eddie Brock?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who do you want him to fight?
How can an actor like that Spider-Man? No, I don't know. It just
Carnage in there right off the bat too,
Well,
or
that's the thing.
Nazis,
I
huh?
really want Carnage, and I want whatever is higher than an R-rated movie, like a gross gore movie. I want that for Carnage. I want Carnage in the most horror thriller.
you want Blasphemy Carnage?
Yes,
I don't want a
Blasphemy
Carnage ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't like them.
I want
that's a
Jake
dumb reason.
Busey Carnage.
Busey?
Jake Busey, the son.
Gary Busey
Oh,
as
okay.
Carnage.
That guy's
Gary
friggin'
Busey?
wild.
Yeah.
He is wily.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. This is 3 Hours Early Podcast. Check us out on YouTube and Patreon.com. And,
Don't check us out on YouTube.
Yeah. Well,
Don't look at me.
We're working on the video. Support us if you're up for it. I'm one of your co-hosts, Ash, and my Twitter handle is A_Nia3HE. And I got Adam, who is Adam3HE. He took too long to answer, so I'm just going to go around and say him. Or Adam_3HE.
My name's Matt, and you can find me at Matt3HE.
Check us
Simple
out
as
on
that.
Twitter. Check us out on our website, 3hoursearly.com.
We're on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes now.
iTunes,
on everything.
yes.
Yeah. That's
Please give us a rating on iTunes. I don't use iTunes. None of us
Don't
use iTunes.
say it, man. Get out of here.
But the world apparently uses iTunes, and they
I
care
actually
about
started
what's
using
on there.
iTunes. That's a fact. I do download all my podcasts from iTunes.
So apparently there's
Fixed
a world
basement,
out there.
amazing.
So please rate us, review us on there. Even if you don't like it, give us some feedback. Let us know how we can get better. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Jeez.